Hello, how you guys doing? I'm here. My name is Arthur Evans. My topic is the legalization of marijuana. Um, right now, my general purpose is to inform. Okay. My specific purpose is to let you guys know right now that to inform an audience about the legalization of marijuana. Right now, my specific purpose would be that marijuana isn't harmful, you know what I mean? And it should be legalized. That's basically what I believe. And my thesis right now is pretty much the same thing, that marijuana is not as harmful as cigarettes and alcohol, and that it should be legal. Okay? Today, I want to talk to you guys about my introduction. When I introduce myself, I just want to let you guys know that I do not smoke. Let's keep that off the record. But I want you guys to know the facts about marijuana right now. Marijuana does fight for patients who have cancer and AIDS. Yes, and it's almost like what it does. It helps them fight their appetite for one. It also helps them fight any kind of sadness. Like a mental disabilities. It calms you down. I'm really not a protagonist. I'm not an antagonist either, but I do think it should be legalized. And this is pretty much the basis of my introduction. What happened with the back in 1937, marijuana was legalized. Actually, there was not legalized. It was prohibited. Okay, and the reason that it was prohibited was because they felt that the Indians, it was almost traditional for them to smoke marijuana, and they were considered immoral people, so-called immoral people. So the people of the beginning country of the United States, they looked at them or any other people that smoked marijuana as immoral, and it wasn't. They created a prohibition for it. So that's pretty much my introduction. Right now, I want to go ahead and move on. I want to talk about the reason why I want you guys to listen. I will draw the three most important facts about why marijuana should be illegal. Okay, and why it should be legalized. It should not be illegal. Okay, marijuana should not be illegalized simply because, for one, it is good for medicine. For two, okay, when you look at a fiscal standpoint, okay, we want to make money in this country, right? We want to get people jobs. We want to get people out of prison. Marijuana, oh my God, I'm going to go in depth about that. But the other reason that I have right here is I think that alcohol and cigarettes are just a little bit more destructive to the human body than weed is. Okay, so if we're talking about this, oh, excuse me, I have this here. Okay, if alcohol and cigarettes are legal, marijuana should be too. And that's just a fact, you know. According to the CDC, alcohol overdose has happened over like 16,000 people since 2012. They've had 16,000 overdoses. This is very sad. Also, I have a couple points I want to point out. By buying huge amounts of vodka and cigarettes, I can do that legally all over the United States. Because alcohol and tobacco are legal, they are not controlled substances and are not subject to DEA scheduling, you know? But I'm pretty sure a couple of you guys will agree with me, you know? Also, I want to go into my second point. Alcohol-related crimes resulted in about 2.2 million deaths. On average, roughly about 40%. And this is according to Myths and Facts. This was one of my references, so you guys can check it out. Also, in 1964, Surgeon General's advisory came out. I'm pretty sure all you guys know about that, because I'm pretty sure when you were young, you guys tried to get cigarettes and probably alcohol, but alcohol has nothing to do with the Surgeon General's warning. That's strictly for cigarette smoking, which is harmful to your health. The government realized it, and it's probably causing more deaths than marijuana would ever cause. Okay, marijuana shows promise of good medicine, and this is the second point I want to bring up in my presentation. I want you guys to understand that Right now, you have people with AIDS and cancer, as I've stated before, and when they have AIDS and cancer patients are going through traumatic times, you know. So when they're going through these traumatic times, it is detrimental that you have some kind of remedy to help assuage the pain, you know. Okay, it helps with seizures. All right, marijuana reduces chronic pain. All right, I'm just going off the top, right? But it reduces nausea and vomiting. Everybody knows this, you know what I mean? This is like very important for what's going on right now. Okay, medical use of smoked marijuana is largely a recent phenomenon. Okay, what happened back in the day, okay, what we had was the Chinese emperor back in 4000 BC. Okay, what he did was he introduced the use of marijuana in tea, herbal tea. Okay, they used it in herbal tea to assuage pain, any kind of nausea, vomiting, headache, diarrhea, anything. Marijuana is a factor, and it's the cannabinoids. They have tetrachloride, tetrahydrocannabinol, right? I get confused with the name, right? But you guys know what it is. And it's called these cannabinoids, you know. It's like it's an oil, and these substances actually go in your body, and what they do is they help you feel better, and that's the main point of medicinal use, to help you feel better. Okay, I want to go to my second point. Okay, according to the Chinese legend, Emperor Shang Nung discovered this, and this was back in 4000 BC. And it's been practiced also in India, which I can go to my third point, that in India, marijuana has been associated with magic, Hinduism, all kinds of spiritual healing. Okay? I'm kind of sweating right now. It is kind of hot in here, but if you guys bear with me, legalizing marijuana can make sense from a fiscal point. Now we're talking about money. Money matters, guys. If you don't think money matters, I mean, pot legalization could save the U.S. about $13.7 billion. Legalizing pot with a substantial amount of revenue for federal and state governments. Legalizing cannabis would create lots of jobs. Am I right or wrong? If we have cigarettes that are selling Newports and everything, you know, why not have marijuana? If you go to Colorado, we'll get to Colorado later right now. Okay, the legalization could represent serious jobs, you know. And right now, according to why legalizing marijuana makes sense, and this was a good author here in the Time magazine, what he was saying is the start of the decade, our prison rate has increased. Oh my God. What we're doing is we're arresting people and we're putting them in prison, you know? And we shouldn't be doing that. If weed was legal, we'd be saving our taxpayers a lot of money, and that is one of the strongest points I want to make right now. Okay, I just want to go into a conclusion of what I spoke about today. I discussed how alcohol and cigarettes are legal and marijuana is not, and how marijuana is not that harmful. Secondly, I discussed how marijuana shows a promise to good medicine. Finally, I want to discuss how legalizing marijuana can make sense from a fiscal standpoint. We can make a lot of money as a country, you know what I mean? Giving jobs to people, and so on and so forth. I want to close right now and let you guys know, because I don't want to pass my 5 to 7 minutes. Legalizing marijuana across the country. Right now, age restrictions and consumption. Yes, people who are under 21, I really believe that they shouldn't be smoking marijuana. It does have certain effects, but this is not a speech about compare and contrast on what is good and bad. I'm talking about what is good for the country. And what is good for the country is that we legalize marijuana. And I do not smoke, honestly, so it's coming from a standpoint, well, from a person that does not smoke. I used to when I was a kid, right? But I really don't like it anymore, you know? Also, I just want to let you guys to know that right now, it's been a long time coming, and this is going to change. Depends who the president is. Donald Trump is a great president right now. He's probably not an advocate of what I'm talking about. But eventually, just like other countries, it'll happen, okay? And, you know, thank you guys. And I have my references here. I'm not going to state my references. I'm pretty sure Mr. Treviso will get that. And thank you guys. If you guys are watching my video, do not smoke weed. I'm not influencing you to smoke weed, but I'm just letting you know that marijuana should be legalized. Yeah. Thank you guys. You guys have a good day. Bye-bye.